where's the misandry then?
Oh, I think it's just like,
because you know what misandry means, right?
Yeah, I know exactly what it means.
Like-
Let me just tell you real quick that the reason that I sometimes feel that is when I have to take out my own trash and when I also have to mow my own yard.
You could pay somebody $150 to mow your lawn.
I hate them. I can, but sometimes I don't want to because I bought this mower. Sometimes I'm a prideful woman.
You hate men.
I don't know how many markers.
Girl,
on
you
this.
answer this
I don't know how many.
Misandry means that you hate men. That's
Okay.
that's the literal
Well,
definition.
I guess we'll find
no,
out
no, no,
today.
No, this is to all the kids out there, all right?
Now I'm
All the
women.
young men. You can't deal with women who is thinking like that because they're gonna have you doing and feeling like you're doing something wrong
man.
when it ain't got nothing to do with you. You know what I'm
So
saying?
what y'all are saying is y'all are traumatized from the past, and that gives you bias on my story.
No,
you're
what-
traumatized.
no, you're traumatized. And that's exactly.
With my ex.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the goal in my life, the only goals I hold that matter the most, actions and accountability, bettering myself and my future, bettering my relationships with others. And it takes a lot to get out of that hyper independence. What do you think, Goldie? I feel like it takes a lot to get out of that
Listen,
hyper independence.
You know what I would say? And this is nothing against you. I just know myself. I know women who go through things. It's best for a man, if you hear a woman tell you this story about her life, is to not deal with it. Because there's so many things she hasn't even figured out herself. It's like a woman dealing with me. You know, it's going to be a lot of things you're going to have to deal with. But it's easier to not, because you ain't went through it. You can't understand what she's going through. It's going to be things that don't make sense. It don't even make sense to her because she ain't even worked it out. So when you hear a woman give you a story, I've gotten with plenty of women. Perfect. Look good was all on me. And they start telling me things about their life and their parents and this drama and this. And I know immediately I need to run or my life is going to be in chaos because she hasn't figured this out. That's all I can say about it.
Yeah. But also, if you find a woman like that who still is trying to date at that time point when she's talking about these issues, you should also run, because a woman who is fully healed will not be still trying to work out these things.
That's a fact. If a woman get with you and get to talking about her deceased parents, her trauma with her mama, she was molested when she was young. If she gets with you and on a drunk night wants to tell you these things, that is a woman who has not got over these things, and you need to run her. She's going to put them all on you, and everything you do is going to be a representation of something that she feels like happened in her life. What you think about that?
I agree. I mean,
no, it's true.
I think it's very mature for you to admit that, even when
I know who I am and where I am in life, and that's why I don't date. That's why I don't date, because I know, no, I haven't dated in a while. The last time I was in a serious relationship was a year ago. So for me personally, the fact that I understand like where I am, I can't be selfish in a partnership.
Yeah.
The wrong thing, like you can't, if you're going through things, you can't squeeze something in where you're not ready to make it work. And you might not be.
All right, this is where women lie. She, earlier in this podcast, she stated that she met McQueen and Game God on a yacht. So you telling me that you don't date. You definitely mingle, and you definitely trying to find the right fish out there. So don't just sit right here and say that you're not dealing or entertaining any guys. You might not be trying to commit to any, but you definitely in the field for sure.
Be meant to make it work right then and there.
And that's crazy.
But that's
most women are out here having a whole bunch of traumas, and they looking for a relationship to fulfill that hole that will never get filled.
You can't start there. You have to start with yourself.
So then let's, if you were able to admit that, and you, it sounds like where's the misandry then?
Oh, I think it's just like,
because you know what misandry means, right?
Yeah, I know exactly what it means. Let me just tell you real quick that the reason that I sometimes feel that is when I have to take out my own trash and when I also have to mow my own yard. So every time I have
when you mow your you're like, I hate niggas. I hate men. That's what it
My
is.
thing is this, though.
What is what
You could pay somebody $150 to mow your lawn.
I hate them. I can, but sometimes I don't want to because I bought this mower. Sometimes I'm a prideful woman, and that's also a little bit of it. So I bought.
If you can't take care of your guy, why should he come in and cut your grass? Pay somebody to cut your grass if you can't keep one around. That's the easiest solution.
But why is it I hate niggas when I'm mowing the lawn? Why can't it be like, why isn't
it's not hate. Hate is a very strong word.
But that's what misandry means.
That's what it means.
I don't have hate in my heart for anything.
So you're not a misandrist.
But whenever I have to mow my own yard or take out 2 bags of trash in the morning, and I'm like hoping that I get them out there by the time the garbage men come and pick them up, I'm just like, wow, these men ain't.
So you hate niggas, right? You hate men.
The moment I have to take out my trash, I'm like,
do
these men
you
hate
identify with Misandry or not?
I identify with myself. And
No.
these are just
Answer
my
the question.
principles.
Do you?
My principles are up and down. I don't know. Do they identify with me because I don't know how many markers on Misandry. I don't know how many markers on Misandry I could actually like. Fulfill.
It's a very simple question. Misandry means that you hate men. That's the literal definition.
I guess we'll find out today.
I don't think she feel like that.
Find out today.
Let me answer because listen, we got to dispel this right now. Yeah, because look, this could be an educational opportunity for you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So
I hope so.
So because look, at the end of the day, we all looking for healing, right?
True, and that's what we're talking about.
So this could be an opportunity for you to maybe like have a different perspective on it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So you said the thing you said before this conversation started was a part of me identifies with Misandry.
Yeah. So
let me ask you. Hear me out. Let me finish. Okay. You know, Misandry. The literal definition is I hate men. That's what that. Yes.
Do you have a dictionary?
Yeah. And why you using terms that you don't know the definitions to? See, that's a big problem, man. I think certain people, you know, you hear something and you want to use it, and she don't even know the definition of it. Now she going around saying this on a podcast where the possibility can be endless when it comes to millions and millions of people seeing this, and now you have that stain on yourself. But a lot of these chicks, they don't even care because they gonna get entertained anyway. So she ain't even thinking that deep on it. But I'm glad that McQueen is about to call her out, pull the definition out, and can you find some retribution in what you just said?
Yes, it means you hate men.
Let's see it.
Yes.
Let's see exactly what it says. What dictionary, Webster? But all I'm saying personally is that, you know, I don't know if I fully
the dislike
identify
or contempt for ingrained prejudice against men.
Okay, I like the word contempt because
when
I take out that trash, when I take out that trash, y'all, I'm like, these men really ain't shit.
So that's what that means.
Well, you'll see in this podcast.
So do you identify with that? Yes or no?
I mean, I guess you'll see in this podcast.
No.
You can ask me some
girl,
questions.
Answer the goddamn question.
This is the podcast, man. This is time for you to answer.
Identify. Yeah,
why do you hate men if the situation you just said with the last guy? If you agree,
no, he was wonderful.
Okay, then. So why is it associated with him then?
I hate the idea of men because the last time that I felt like I had a normal, healthy family system, it all ended on me. So when
that's his fault?
No, it's not his fault.
So
but I told you I'm jaded, and I know I'm jaded.
Okay.
There's some resentment in my heart, and also whenever I take out trash, whenever I take.
Because listen, look,
I'm gonna do a little flashback for y'all too, real quick. She explained that her previous relationship, the reason why it ended, her parents died, and she was going through that time period of her parents dying. The guy would see her every single day, and he would text her every single day. I don't know how busy he was. She was jaded because she felt like he was not there enough for her, which is crazy because, ma'am, you're being a little bit too selfish at the same time. If this is a fluent man, why are you trying to put so many standards and stipulations on how he's supposed to handle you emotionally? Do you not have any family? You don't have any other loved ones who are also dealing with the loss of your parents? Maybe, cousins, other aunties, nephews, nieces. You're going to put it all on your guy. So he got to be great, making money, a leader in his class, but at the same time, he got to be tending to you every second of the day. It don't make sense. He can't win like that. Of course, he's going to be emotionally caring for you, but you can't expect to take all his time. It just don't work like that.
This is
Tell me why.
So look, like he just said, this is why, and you just admitted this.
Yeah,
you can't deal with
everything.
women, all right? And this is to all the kids out there, all right?
No, I'm women.
All the young men. You can't deal with women who is thinking like that because they're gonna have you doing and feeling like you're doing something wrong when it ain't got nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying?
Who acting, I'm like, I ain't even do nothing. Yeah, but my last man, I said, but I ain't.
That ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying?
So what y'all are saying is y'all are traumatized from the past, and that gives you bias on my story.
No, you're traumatized. You're traumatized. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You know that too. You know what I'm saying?
I guess we're all traumatized.
But what she really don't understand is what you speak about, you bring about, because she even has an idea in her mind that she don't like men, and she's always going to find things
exactly.
about
Baby, you got to take that screen off.
It's gonna be hard for you to find a man.
I just told y'all I have an avoidant attachment style.
Well,
I don't want a
listen,
man to
you
find
keep-
me right now because I'm not in the best space to be in a relationship. So I don't even look.
Well, listen,
But
if you
You can't tell me that you don't have a sticker, a for sale sign with them girls out. You can't even sit right here and tell. I'm not gonna believe that.
don't get
That's
this
why I
game
say
right
it.
now, if you don't get,
I'm getting the game. I
No-
already got the game.
No,
that's
you
why
don't.
I'm spending time alone.
And that's why you
to
still in the
figure
same
out
spot
myself.
though, baby. Because you think
what same spot is
because
it?
you think you
Tell
got
me
the
this-
game. You think you got the game, but
I think I
you're
do.
being combative right now.
I'm being combative because y'all were laughing over there and chuckling up.
So anyway, you
y'all
upset?
see this, right? Like, look
What
at
you
them, they're
mean?
chuckling up.
We be
Fucking
what you
giggles,
talking?
McGee.
We're all laughing. Like what you mean? Look at the end of the day, you agree with that. So that means
No,
you,
I do,
So,
and that's what I'm saying here
so-
too. And but
so
I'm,
niggas can't have fun?
I'm saying that I'm in a place where whenever I have to take out the trash, I'm like, damn, I wish I had a man. So when I say
damn, I hate
they
men.
ain't shit,
That's what it is.
they
Yeah,
ain't
for sure.
shit. But really, in my head, what that translates to is, damn, I wish I had a man, and I'm mad at myself for
Can I
not
say-
having one right now. No, just give me one more
sorry,
second.
go ahead.
One more second. So when y'all laugh and y'all talk about blaming people, I do not blame my ex. Let me put that patently
No, I never
forward
said
that I
that.
do not blame
I said
him.
that.
I feel like
said,
it broke my heart, and I have a little bit of jaded resentment that's still there. And I hope a man doesn't find me and try to talk to me because
See,
I am not in a place to
This
talk to
right
people.
here, see, I normally
That's
say like
crazy.
you need a woman with a low body count. I don't agree with that. But based on what she's saying, a high body count means a lot of relationships, which means a lot that went wrong, which means a lot of things
Wait, when
that you
did-
put your trauma on me about why it didn't work and put what that next
Wait,
man,
how
last
many
man
really?
did on me.
I named one.
No, I'm not
relationship.
talking
We're not-
about you.
we talking about January.
I'm just making an example.
Okay.
You're jaded in that relationship,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it makes you standoffish in other relationships. So I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
saying.
You were asking me, you were talking about relationships, and you said that a lot of women, they have a high body count.
No. Listen.
She don't realize he was making an analogy for trauma. See, you can do a comparison. She's speaking on one relationship, a lot of trauma that she brings up from that one relationship. You can have a chick that has had hundreds of relationships, a lot of trauma as well, and a lot of penises to compare yours to or the experience to. It's a recipe for disaster, and that's what he's trying to equate the two to where either one is bad. You know, I think a woman just having just experiences in general and she start bringing them up to you, that's a problem, man. I done met chicks not on some dating stuff, but on some friend stuff, and she come out to me talking to me about her previous situation. Girl, if you don't get out my face with all that bullshit, I don't want to hear that. And you keep bringing that up, we can't talk anymore because now you trying to project that onto me. You think I'm supposed to heal and fix you. You a headache because you gonna bring me trauma and mischief.
Listen, let me clarify.
That's what he said.
What I
Y'all
was
heard
saying
it.
was a lot of guys say don't date a woman with a high body count. I disagree. But
Okay, they do say that.
in this situation,
you
I can
learning.
understand because a high body count probably
Which
means
situation?
in a
Not mine.
Let me finish. A high
mine.
body count will
Don't have a
probably
high body
mean
count.
Trauma.
a lot of relationships, which means a lot of relationships fail, which means that women gonna have a lot of trauma about men that they gonna put onto you because they had a lot of failed relationships.
No. I completely understand
get what I'm
that.
saying?
I just, I get what you're
But
saying.
it
I
ain't
just
got
don't
nothing
know.
Game God learning as well.
To the body
Yeah,
count.
I don't know how my story made you think a high body count because
Yeah,
I'll tell
a lot
y'all
of
right
relation-
now,
women with a lot of
I do not have a lot of
relationships.
relationships or high
You shut
body
up,
count.
twist it. But that's
or
not what
about
I'm
high
saying.
body count.
That is not
But,
what I'm saying.
No, I do understand what you're saying.
I'm just
I get
talking
where
about
you're coming
more
from.
relationships a woman has failed. She's
And
gonna
I
put
do
more of those
feel
traumas
like
on the
that-
next man.
Yes. And it's very true because I feel like they have a chip on their shoulder.
That's a fact.
So they
I've
take
dealt
it
with a lot of
out
women like
on
that.
the next man. Like everybody, here's one thing I know about PTSD. If somebody
Yeah, that's a fact.
experiences it and they go through it in a past relationship, they'll take it out on the next man.
100%.
And I've heard some horror stories. I've heard men tell me, like, friends of mine, they're like, yeah, she used to just beat my ass and she would treat me horribly and she would take all my money and I'm just taking care of her and the kids. She's staying at home. We have 2 kids together. And I'm like,
Because a man broke her heart before.
and she always has an excuse. A woman like that, it's a narcissistic personality, and you really need to be mindful about not
See,
hooking up with
I
them because they'll
personally-
put that on your kids too.
I've had the most successful relationships with women who I met who only had like 1-2 relationships. They was in a relationship
Long
from
term.
16 to 22, and they
Yeah,
got
it's
a
very
relationship and met
different,
me, and their entire openness is completely different.
Oh, it's a different perspective
Yeah.
altogether. When you've had fewer experiences,
Yeah.
you've had fewer negative ones because you've chosen better. And also, I will say that younger couples, like meeting each other in high school, they grow up together. As people get older, they have a lot of like experiences that mold how they treat you. And no one deserves to have to go through the trauma of what this last man or woman put them through. That doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's
So,
too
Anna,
much.
Of course, you got two options. You got either you marry early or find your significant other while you probably in the end of high school or the beginning of college or whatnot, somewhere maybe in the late teens, early 20s for sure. And then from there, you grow a family with that guy. Or you get with someone and you get on a program when you older, but it's going to be a whole lot harder because when you older, you're not going to be as receptive to learn possibly because you already have a way of life that you live. You know, you get up, you got your own routine, the way how you brush, you wash yourself. But guess what? You get into this guy's world, you might got bad hygiene. He tells you that. You need to wash your ASS better. You feel me? You need to wash that cat better. It smells like kitty litter. So you need to be able to take criticism. You need to learn that you might not know everything, but a lot of these women, they're living just like barbaric. They living like cave women, like, you know, being honest. They're alone and they just living, you know, and a lot of them don't understand how they should live and they're not good at taking criticism. So now you got a good guy coming in their life, give them some critiques on things they could change. And then, you know, that's going to be the best optimal system for someone that's older. But guess what, though? Her own ego not going to allow it. She not going to allow you to be able to, you know, mold and teach her. But let's continue with what McQueen is going to ask her.
What are we going to do about you not becoming one of those women?
What? Oh no, I haven't.
She's already that woman.
No, that's what I'm saying. I feel like right now, because you saying a lot of these other girls is passing on that hate to other men. But you yourself, you yourself said that you identify with Misandry.
Well, sometimes I do, and I'm saying.
Now don't backtrack now,
no,
baby.
No, I'm not backtracking, but I will say I did say sometimes, like when I take out the trash. So that's just in jest. That's not like.
But why is that still niggas' fault though? I'm trying to understand.
That's not like. That's not my true. That's not my true. Okay, look, they're chuckling again.
Why does that make you be like, I hate niggas?
I gotta cook. I hate.
Let me know when y'all are done. Yeah, kick your feet. Kick your feet.
Would that make sense?
Y'all see this man kicking his feet? He thinks it's so funny.
Listen, if I said every time I
hate to say this, bro, she sound like a bimbo. She sound like a Miami bimbo, bro. The way how she even like make her jokes like back at McQueen. Hey, look how he kicking his feet. He thinks he's so funny. Look at him cackling. Usually bimbos talk like that because they don't have good responses. So they'll speak on like little gestures and stuff that's not really that funny because they getting clowned on. She sound like one also. Like she sound a little slurred, sound a little drunk. I don't know. Let's continue.
I have to cook for myself, man. I hate women. Would that make sense?
I mean, it would to me because sometimes.
No, it wouldn't. Stop it.
I'm sorry, but you know, sometimes you have to joke to yourself. Like you have to be able to laugh at, like, okay, I'm not dating right now, so yeah, you cook for yourself, man.
It's your fault.
I hate women. That's okay.
I would never say that.
I would say it laughing. Like, why you don't like to laugh? You look like you like to laugh a second ago.
I don't think that's funny though.
Okay, it's funny to joke about it.
Because I don't hate women.
It's not okay if you have the mental like fortitude to be able to say like to be able to joke about like we have to be able to joke about like the dynamics and men and women. We can laugh about that and joke about it as long as you don't take it to a deeper place where those feelings actually control and limit you in this world. Does that make sense?
She don't even understand that her joke does not even make sense. I get it. You joke that you got a guy and I don't know. You could just say something like, he don't know how to do this right or something like that. Oh, man, he's been stupid or something. You're saying that you mad at men because you don't have one. Ma'am, you control that. You mad because you got to take your trash out. I hate men. You should be hating yourself. Damn, I hate myself for not getting a good relationship with that guy who's trying to make sure I was taken care of. That's your fault, man. The joke is whack. It don't even make sense.
It does, but I think you're exactly that. I think it's.
Oh, you think I am?
I think it's controlling.
I know what I am.
I think it's controlling you because
no,
yeah,
nothing controls me.
Okay, well then why is it that when you mowing the lawn is I hate niggas?
Because it's funny.
But you said, so is it a joke now, or are you actually identifying with
Maybe
misandry?
we just don't know her humor and it was a
No,
joke.
it is. I don't think
It's funny to me. I just told you a bitter ass, sad ass story about how I broke up with a man and all this shit happened to me in my life. It's funny to me. My way of dealing with like where I am at life is sometimes like humor like that. Like, oh damn, these men ain't shit. But why am I saying that? Because I don't have one right now. And why am I not seeking one out right now? Because I know that I'm not in a place where I can give back.
But how do we get to that place?
Way.
Is what I'm trying to figure out.
How do we get to that? I think it takes a few years. I've dealt with all of these things for a few years. I'm finally back in a state where I used to be, like loving myself, giving myself like peace and tranquility, enjoying my life, spending life with friends. I'm starting to venture back out. Like I'm over here. I live in Houston. I'm trying to put myself back in situations that I used to feel very comfortable in.
Yeah.
So I'm finding myself again. Yeah. And I can admit that. And that's not why I'm not.
Hold on, you live in Houston, but you were just on a yacht in Miami. 2 yachts. All right. Okay.
Dating right now.
While we talking about that, let me ask you a question for these dudes, right?
Yes, please.
What does it take for a man to get up on you? Like if he's...
I'm going to leave it right there because I just wanted to deal with the situation of her being a misandrist or claiming to be a misandrist, but not really knowing the definition. Her spilling out a whack joke that didn't make any sense at all. Man, I'm going to be honest. I will say this. I think she has a lot of understanding with herself, but at the same time, she's very unaware with the reality on how it's her fault on why she's not in a good relationship. Even her previous one that she tried to blame on her ex, it was still her fault. The woman sounds very selfish. She sounds like it's me, it's my way or the highway. Not realizing that you control your reality in a lot of the ways you move. Whether it's the type of guys you surround yourself around, the guys that you actually want, it's all on you. I don't think we really realize as people that we think that circumstances just happen to us just unbeknownst, but sometimes we end up influencing those things that happen to us. And I think we have to be very self-aware, understand where we at and what we actually want out of life. McQueen and Game God, they held her down, for giving her pushback. I think they did a good job. It was hilarious, though. I'm not even going to lie. I'll make sure I have the channel link in the description so y'all can watch this in its entirety. Make sure y'all like and comment on this video. This is your guy, JayBReacts. And as always, y'all, peace.